When you decide to transform your confidence, you're not simply changing the way you appear to the world. You're changing the way you speak to yourself every single day. Most people spend years waiting for confidence to magically appear before they take action. But true confidence is created through consistent thoughts, disciplined habits, and daily emotional growth. Inspired by the mindset principles associated with Dr. Joseph Murphy, this 30-day journey begins with one powerful truth. Your mind becomes what you repeatedly tell it. If you constantly focus on fear, failure, insecurity, and self-doubt, your subconscious mind accepts those emotions as reality. But when you intentionally replace those negative thoughts with belief, courage, gratitude, and determination, your inner world begins to transform. The first step in this process is becoming aware of your internal dialogue. Every day, countless thoughts pass through your mind, and many of them silently shape your emotions, decisions, and level of self-worth. People who lack confidence often criticize themselves without realizing it. They replay past mistakes, compare themselves to others, and assume they're not good enough. Over time, these repeated thoughts create emotional patterns that feel impossible to escape. However, the moment you choose to interrupt those patterns, you begin taking back control of your future. Confidence is not about pretending to be perfect. It is about trusting yourself enough to continue moving forward even when fear is present. During this transformation process, you must learn to speak to yourself with patience and encouragement instead of judgment. Every morning is an opportunity to train your mind for success. Start your day by reminding yourself that growth takes time and that small improvements eventually create massive results. One positive thought repeated daily is far more powerful than occasional bursts of motivation. The subconscious mind responds strongly to repetition, emotion, and belief. That is why daily affirmations, visualization, and intentional thinking can gradually reshape your mindset. As Dr. Joseph Murphy often taught through his inspirational philosophy, what you consistently impress upon the subconscious mind eventually expresses itself in your reality. This means your future confidence depends greatly on the thoughts you choose today. Throughout these 30 days, there will be moments when you feel challenged, discouraged, or tempted to quit. That is completely normal. Real transformation requires persistence. Confidence grows every time you refuse to surrender to negativity. Even simple actions like maintaining eye contact, speaking clearly, exercising regularly, and completing small goals can strengthen your sense of self-respect. The goal is not to become someone else. The goal is to uncover the stronger, calmer, and more confident version of yourself that has always existed beneath fear and uncertainty. Day by day, thought by thought, habit by habit, you begin building a mindset that no longer depends on outside validation, because true confidence is created from within. The second stage of your confidence transformation begins when you stop seeking approval from everyone around you and start building trust within yourself. Many people spend most of their lives depending on outside validation to feel valuable, accepted, or successful. They measure their worth based on compliments, attention, social media reactions, or the opinions of others. The problem with living this way is that your confidence becomes unstable because it depends entirely on external circumstances. The moment criticism appears or recognition disappears, self-doubt quickly returns. Inspired by the mindset teachings connected to Dr. Joseph Murphy, true personal growth happens when you understand that confidence must first be developed internally before it can be reflected externally. Your subconscious mind absorbs the beliefs you repeatedly accept about yourself, whether those beliefs are empowering or destructive. If you constantly wait for someone else to confirm your value, your mind begins to believe you're incomplete on your own. This is why learning self-acceptance is one of the most important parts of long-term confidence. You must begin treating yourself with the same respect, patience, and encouragement that you often give to others. The way you speak to yourself during difficult moments matters more than most people realize. Every challenge in life becomes easier when your inner voice supports you instead of attacking you. During this stage of transformation, You should focus on creating habits that strengthen your emotional independence. Spend time alone without feeling lonely. Learn how to enjoy your own company. Protect your energy from constant negativity and comparison. Stop measuring your progress against someone else's journey because every individual grows at a different pace. Confidence is not about being superior to others. It is about becoming secure enough to appreciate your own progress without needing competition to feel important. There will always be people who appear more successful, attractive, talented, or accomplished, but comparing your life to theirs only weakens your focus and steals your peace of mind. Instead of looking outward for reassurance, begin directing your attention inward. Focus on your personal goals, your growth, your discipline, and your mindset. As Dr. Joseph Murphy often emphasized through his motivational philosophy, the subconscious mind responds strongly to the images and beliefs you repeatedly hold in your thoughts. When you consistently imagine yourself becoming calmer, stronger, and more confident, your actions slowly begin aligning with that vision. This transformation does not happen overnight. It develops gradually through consistency and repetition. Some days will feel productive and empowering, while other days may feel frustrating or emotionally exhausting. Still, every small effort matters. Even moments of discomfort can become opportunities for growth when approached with determination. Confidence is built every time you face fear instead of avoiding it. It grows when you keep promises to yourself, maintain discipline during difficult moments, and continue moving forward despite uncertainty. Over time, you begin realizing that real confidence is not loud, arrogant, or attention-seeking. True confidence is calm, steady, disciplined, and deeply rooted in self-belief. Once you develop that inner foundation, outside opinions lose their power to control your emotions because your sense of worth no longer depends on the approval of others. One of the most powerful shifts in your confidence journey happens when you finally understand that discipline is more reliable than motivation. Many people wait to feel inspired before they take action, but motivation is temporary and unpredictable. Some days you feel energized and ready to conquer your goals, while other days you feel tired, distracted, or emotionally drained. If your progress depends only on motivation, your growth will constantly rise and fall with your emotions. Inspired by the mindset principles connected to Dr. Joseph Murphy, lasting transformation occurs when you train your subconscious mind to embrace consistency instead of excuses. Discipline teaches you how to continue moving forward even when your feelings try to convince you to stop. This is where real confidence begins to strengthen because every time you follow through on a commitment to yourself, you send a powerful message to your mind that you are dependable, capable, and strong. Self-trust is built through repeated action. Every small promise you keep increases your belief in yourself, while every excuse weakens it. That is why developing disciplined daily habits is essential for long-term personal growth. Simple actions performed consistently over time can completely reshape your identity. Waking up earlier, exercising regularly, reading positive material, speaking kindly to yourself, and maintaining healthy routines may seem small in the beginning, but these repeated behaviors slowly create mental strength and emotional stability. Most people underestimate how much their habits influence their confidence. The way you manage your time, energy, and responsibilities directly affect how you feel about yourself. When your life feels disorganized, your mind often feels overwhelmed and uncertain as well. However, when you begin creating structure and consistency, you develop a deeper sense of control over your future. During this stage of transformation, you must stop allowing temporary emotions to control permanent decisions. Fear, laziness, doubt, and frustration are emotions that come and go, but your goals require commitment beyond those feelings. There will be moments when you feel like skipping the work, delaying your progress, or returning to old habits because comfort feels easier than change. Still, growth only happens when you choose discipline over temporary comfort. As Dr. Joseph Murphy often emphasized through his teachings about the subconscious mind, repeated thoughts and actions eventually become deeply rooted mental patterns. This means the habits you practice daily slowly shape your identity and determine the direction of your life. If you repeatedly choose discipline, your mind begins accepting productivity, focus, and confidence as natural parts of who you are. Over time, the difficult actions that once felt uncomfortable begin feeling normal. Confidence grows because you no longer rely on hope alone. You develop proof through your own behavior that you are capable of growth and achievement. The strongest people are not always the most talented or naturally gifted. Often, they're simply the ones who stayed consistent when others gave up. Discipline allows you to continue improving even during difficult seasons of life. It keeps you moving when motivation disappears. Eventually, you realize that confidence is not created by waiting for perfect conditions. It is built through daily decisions, consistent effort, and the willingness to continue growing regardless of how challenging the journey becomes.